Hi everyone, welcome to your literacy lesson. Today we are going to be finding out how to join clauses using conjunctions, and don't worry, I'm going to explain what all of those are before I ask you to do it. So we should know a verb is a doing word, so that could be anything like stand, tell, run, survive, hurry, think, throw. Those are all things that you do. A clause is a group of words which contain a verb. So this could be a whole sentence or only part of a sentence. So this whole sentence example is the man ate a bacon sandwich. Ate is the verb, and it is a collection of words including a verb. The man ate a bacon sandwich. You could add two clauses together to make a sentence as well using a conjunction, which is what we're going to be looking at. So a conjunction joins two clauses together. So some examples of conjunctions are when, if, because, or although. So we could make our sentence above into two clauses joined by a conjunction by saying the man ate a bacon sandwich when he was feeling hungry. Okay, so when is the conjunction? The first clause is the man ate a bacon sandwich. Conjunction when, he was feeling hungry is the second clause. Okay, don't worry, we're going to go through this in a lot more detail before I ask you to do anything, and you can always, as I've always said, go back in the video and listen to a little bit more. Okay, so conjunctions, joining clauses. Conjunctions that we are going to be looking at today are when, if, because, and although. There are loads of other conjunctions, and I am going to give you some examples of conjunctions on the next page. Joining the clauses together. So conjunctions joining clauses. The conjunctions we're looking at, as I've already said, are when, if, because, and although. And then if you have a look at this picture over here, it shows that there are actually three different types of conjunctions: subordinating conjunctions, coordinating conjunctions, and correlative conjunctions. Today we are just looking at subordinating conjunctions, which are the when, if, because, and although, and there are quite a lot of other ones which you could use as well, but we're just going to look at these four today so we can get the hang of it. And the example of a conjunction joining clauses that I've given you, I've underlined the two different clauses in different colours and the conjunction in green. So our first clause is the girl runs fast. Our verb in that is run. Then we've got the conjunction when. She gets scared of the dark. So our verb in the second bit is get scared, because that is the action. She is getting scared of the dark. Okay. Right, so the two clauses, major and subordinating clause. So this isn't always the case, but we're going to listen to learn a little bit about the major and subordinating clause. Sorry, let's start that again.
Subordinate clauses. A major clause can stand on its own, whereas a subordinate clause relies on another part of the sentence and cannot stand on its own.
Okay, so you can see here, this is the sentence I showed you earlier. Our main clause would be this first bit underlined in blue, the girl runs fast, because that makes sense on its own. The girl runs fast. But then the second part when she gets scared of the dark does not make sense without the first one. So this is our major clause and this is the subordinating clause. But we don't need to worry too much about that. It's a little bit of extra information which will help you when we do any SPAG lessons or any SPAG maths like we've done in the past. And it'll be really helpful as you move further up in the school, because things like that are what you are tested on. But don't worry too much about it today. It's just a little bit of extra information to help you, and hopefully it'll sink in. And now I'm going to move on to what I want you to do today. So now it's your turn to join clauses with conjunctions. So you have a worksheet attached to your assignment which looks like this. This is the first bit of the worksheet, so you can see it's part 1. Your LO is to join clauses using conjunctions when, if, because and although. Part 1, to fill the correct conjunctions in the sentences below. So you have got 10 sentences all about the Romans, and you need to add in either the word when, if, because and although, and check it makes sense with that conjunction. So read it out loud to yourself, think, does that make sense? And if you think it does, then well done, you can write that in. I'll tell you now that there are a lot more uses of the word because than any other word in here, but all of the words are used at least once. Okay, so once you've completed that, you then need to move on to part 2 of the worksheet. Part 2 is asking you to write your own sentence for each one of the conjunctions. So you need to join together 2 clauses. It can be about any subject you want. It could be about something you enjoy doing, maybe somewhere you want to go. It doesn't have to be about the Romans, but it can be if you want it to be. And 1 sentence for each of the conjunctions. So 1 using when in the middle, 1 using if in the middle, 1 using because, and 1 using although. Then once you've done that, you can mark your work, because I'll also put the answers to part 1 at least up on the assignment, so you can mark it. Part 2, don't worry about that, I will mark that, because obviously you're all going to write different things. And then if you feel like, oh, I'm quite enjoying this, or maybe I need to have a little bit more time spent on conjunctions, I will also link this BBC Bite-Size interactive lesson, which has some fun games, and the video which we've already watched on this page. So this is the website address, but I'll also add it onto your assignment so you can find that. So good luck, guys. I hope you enjoy the lesson. Tomorrow we will be writing a postcard again, so I hope you're looking forward to that. I'll talk to you later on today.